I feel like I'm just a person who likes creative expression, whether it be through music, art, except for dance. That I'm working on that.
Hello, my people, and welcome to Sit, Sip, and Chat, where I sit with different persons in the community. We have a sip or two in between, and we have a chat about whatever it is that they have going on. I am your host, Glenda York, and today I am sitting with Mr. Shawn York. Yes, there's a bit of a relation, so the York and York.
Yes.
So before we go into the conversation itself, I'm going to give a little bit of history about Shawn. This is my favorite part because I like to you do the internet stalking a little bit, you get the information, and then you give it to the people.
Should have scrubbed my
No, it's okay. It's just good how it is for what I needed to do. But you don't have too much information online either, so
Wow, look at me.
it works out. Okay, so most people on St. Martin, at least of my generation, would know Shawn when he was in the music scene as Guess Who.
Yes.
And then he has evolved into just Shawn York,
Yes.
or just Shawn.
Shawn York.
Shawn York. And then he evolved.
Sorry.
It works. Then he evolved, and other persons may know him as Mr. 37 Square Miles. You like my shirt? It's a very nice shirt. And then from there, he also evolved, and he went away to study in the Netherlands.
Correct.
He's a former student of Milton Peters College, but we won't hold that against him. He's currently still living in the Netherlands. He studied digital media design. So he's a digital media design specialist, and he currently works as a junior digital design at
Hunkemuller.
Thank you, because I couldn't say that word. At Hunkemuller. Today, he came through to have a sit, sip, and chat with me, and we're going to talk about framing cultures. You see them? They're looking pretty. And before we go into the conversation, still, we're going to talk about where we are. Today, we are here at Great Bay Media Studios. You guys should know the setup by now. We would like to, of course, thank Great Bay Media Studios for allowing us to use their space, allowing me to come in and take over a little bit. If you would like to make use of this space, if you are a creative, if you are a business, big or small, and you would like to use their expertise, definitely make sure that you contact them at greatbaymediastudios@gmail.com, or you can call them at +1 721 542 7857. Okay? And with that, we're going to just jump right into the conversation with Shawn. So, Shawn, we are cousins, but not, it's like direct, how St. Martin does work out.
Mm-hmm.
So, we can pretend that we don't know each other that well. Tell me who Shawn is.
Thank you for not asking about family roots and
No,
intrigue,
that will take too long.
Yeah.
Into all of that.
Yeah, so who is Shawn York?
Mm-hmm.
So, I think you said most of it in the introduction. What else can I say about myself? Yeah, I'm currently residing in the Netherlands, Rotterdam, working full-time.
Mm-hmm.
And a little bit more about me, I did music. I do T-shirts.
Okay.
Basically, what I would say is I love to figure out different creative ways to just express different ideas and concepts, right? So I'm a creative. Like recently a person asked me if I retired from music, and I was like, yes and no, but ultimately I feel like I'm just a person who likes creative expression, whether it be through music, art, except for dance. That I'm working on that.
So maybe we got to inch you off a little bit, and then maybe we might see some dance moves.
Yeah. But yeah, so who am I? I'm a creative, basically.
Nice.
I create, and I'll leave it at that.
Okay, so then what got you into the digital design aspect? Because there are different aspects. You being a creative, you could have gone into music. You could have gone into, well, not dance. You could have gone into writing music, music production. There's so variety of different creative fields. What got you into digital design specifically?
I think it's a great medium, but I would say, I think my first, if I look back at my childhood, one of my first forms of self-expression was through drawing.
Okay.
right? And then from that, it grew to different platforms, different media. So I got introduced to Photoshop. I got introduced to different software tools. I did an internship at the Daily Herald,
Okay.
where they showed me that you can actually make a living off of just creating. That broadened my horizon, broadened my scope of what I could do with just creating art, or not really art, because when you go into the space of working for companies, it's usually more business oriented, and
The creativity, but to a certain extent.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
creative but more intentional. Not just the self expression, is more we want to communicate a message.
Okay.
So basically, I found out I can make a living with doing
Do
this,
that.
and
Nice.
other mediums were a little bit more challenging, like music, for example. I see it growing on the island. Love seeing that, but I still think it's a definitely a more challenging road to go down.
Yeah, because I think that's a bit more subjective and that's more of public opinion where
Yeah,
if you create something then, and especially how you said when a business environment, it's guided. So it's easier to adjust it, I would assume, to what your client wants versus music is more general.
yeah. Music could be corporate. You could be making jingles. You could be doing
That's true as well.
radio promos. I mean, it's very broad, but I'm talking about like the most how to say, the most, what most artists inspired to do is just create what they want,
Yeah.
and hopefully the public appreciates that, and responds well to it, and
Okay.
purchases their music, and they can make a living off of it.
I got you. So then going back to the digital design then. So you figured out that is what you wanted to do. You decided that Holland was the place you were going to go to study that. I always like to ask people when they go away, how was your college experience where you decided to go to school? So how was your college experience in Holland?
Well, my college experience, I would have to just shout out to Sherwin. So after I actually dropped out of school.
Okay.
So I graduated from I graduated from Marvel, TKL, and then I streamed into Harvard because I took extra subjects because I wanted to make it more, tough on myself. I went into Harvard. I'm gonna take accountability. I should have done better, but I ended up dropping out, and I went straight into the workforce. Long story short, I did not like it. A friend of mine in the Netherlands contacted me, hey, because he was familiar with the creative stuff I was doing back in high school. So he was like, why are you on the island? I know you do a lot of stuff in the creative industry. And he was in the Netherlands, and he was like, he knows a lot of colleges there where he think I could do well, perform well there. So he encouraged me. He sent me some links to different colleges. Well, one particular college actually, and I applied it. So I only applied to one college, and I
And
got
you
in.
got in? What
Yeah.
school was that?
Graphisch in Rotterdam.
And you enjoyed that experience that you had with that school?
Amazing experience. I just to give you guys a little joke. When you think of design and art, you have certain expectations and stuff, right? So not my first day, but during the course of that, I remember I created something. I showed the teacher, and then the teacher made like the most rude comment, like fighting words. I don't want to get explicit, but he was like, "This looks like explicit," and I was like, "Teachers could talk to students like this." But then what it did teach me was to separate. Well, you're not on all scenarios you should do this, but it taught me to separate what you're producing for a client than what you personally want to express.
Okay.
Right? So I learned to make that distinction and not take feedback personally, criticism personally. It's all about what the client wants to deliver and my expertise on helping them get to that point.
Hey, dropping gems already.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to take that gem. I'm going to give all you time to think about it, apply it to your life. You think about how you could apply that to your life. We're going to take a few sips off camera. We'll be right back.
New episodes premiere every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 p.m. on TV 15 and across our social media platforms.
Qu'est-ce que tu fais là? Qu'est-ce que tu fais là? But sorry, no sir. They got this game tonight and I can't miss it. Me and my boy, we gotta watch the game, you know. So I bringing this in. You check? Alright, let me watch your leg down. Watch your leg.
Sir, sorry. Why so difficult? Look, I'm watching TV here on my phone with the Tell TV Plus app. You really gotta upgrade.
Okay, so miss, tell me about the Tell TV Plus. I hear about this.
Okay, so once you apply for Tell TV Plus,
Okay.
you can enjoy it anytime on the go.
Anytime.
Anytime.
On the go?
On the go, you simply download the app, log into your account at any time, sit back and enjoy. You will never have to miss your match.
Yo, bus driver, take me back to tell him now, please.
And welcome back, my people. We are still here, sitting here with Shawn. Still, we sipping. Shawn, you had a sip. How was it?
Amazing. Love it.
Okay, good. We still chatting. And then this time, now we're going to sip the chat into Mr. 37 Square Miles. Again, are you like my shirt? Ain't pretty, right? I know. What inspired you to to even start the brand, or where was your mind when you said, I want to start a t-shirt brand representing St. Martin, or wherever that thought came from?
Honestly, I didn't want to start a t-shirt brand. What happened was I was away from the island for a year. It was my first time being away from the island for a year studying in the Netherlands. And from my classmates, you know, they were very expressive, of course. I'm in a design school. And just seeing different people express like things they love and stuff, I was like, okay, what do I want to express?
These were more European students, Caribbean students, or a mixture?
Multicultural. It was
Okay.
a very diverse class. And it made me think, okay, who am I? How can I represent who I am in this class? Because I see like, you know, people in Gothic. I see people expressing like things they like anime. And I was like, okay, I'm not really into these specific things. But I start to realize the difference in culture. You know, you experience culture shock when you go away. And I just slowly start to appreciate where I'm from more. Right? So then, especially when I came back home, this is where the t-shirt started. I came back home, I realized, wow, like I'm familiar with a lot of the things that's happening here. It's like you learn in school, like culture is sometimes not communicated. It's like you know
It's an
the
intangible
iceberg
thing.
It's iceberg, right? So the things under the water, you don't see it,
Yeah.
you just know it. And I realized I felt all of those things when I came back home. Versus when I'm in Europe, it's like people don't say good morning. People, it's totally different culture shock. So getting back to what I was saying, I came down, I started doing music, I made a music video. I originally made the shirt for myself for the music video, and also something I could just have to wear, because the song I was making was about St. Martin. So I just wanted to create something about home, and I created a shirt to wear in the video. As I was making the music video, I was walking through town, and people keep stopping me, asking me, where you get that shirt? Where you get that shirt? And what was amazing to me was the age range. You have kids to senior adults asking me, where did I get this shirt?
Oh, okay.
So I was like, okay, there's something here. But again, I didn't have a idea to make a t-shirt. But luckily, you know, I was very into hip hop, and hip hop breeds a lot of entrepreneurial spirit. And also my father's an entrepreneur, my aunt is an entrepreneur. So long story short, I got into the t-shirts thanks to my older brother. I was on the island at the time of my birthday. He gave me some cash. I was going town to buy some Jordans. I was like, I could maybe buy some t-shirts and see if I could sell them.
Oh, nice.
And that's how it started.
Nice.
Just from a hunch, from what I saw, how people were reacting to the shirt.
Yeah.
And that's how it started, basically.
Exciting. Instead of spending the money and giving it to somebody else, let me invest it.
Yes.
And then come out with this product and then see how it go. And how long ago that was?
2011.
2011.
2011.
The maths. Somebody do the maths. That's 10, 13 years? 13 years ago. And we still there.
Yes, and it's still available, by the way. If you go on a 37 Square Miles IG page, you can still send the DMs or contact the number that's there, and you can get the shirts.
So then you will get it made to order, or do you have
I still have stock.
Okay.
So, just to inform people, originally it was sold in a store, but after Hurricane Irma, that store is no longer, and a lot of the inventory was damaged.
Oh yes, I remember that.
So, but there's still an inventory because I always restocked, and everything wasn't kept in the same place. So I still have a inventory, and I still sell
What colors do you have available?
all colors: red, white, blue,
And black?
black.
I think I took the last one, or one of the last ones.
Could be. I have to look in the black on black.
Because I think when you gave this to me, it was like I had to look, and it just
And by the way, people, this is the Coal Pot Black
Yes.
T-shirt. So I gave the T-shirts names to symbolize parts of the culture.
I think this was my favorite one too, just the black on black, because you have to look for the shimmer to see what
True.
it's saying.
You have to look closer to
Pay
hold the
attention.
BT.
Listen, just going good. So I was gonna ask you if the brand's still alive, but then we already answered that. So then, how was the growing process? Because that's 13 years now. It started on a hunch, just observing how people had react to it. So then, from there, when you decided to take that money, invest it to make this, how was the reaction? Did it go as well as you thought it was gonna go? Did St. Martin people just kind of take their time and sleep on it for a minute before they kind of catch on? How that went?
The beginning process was difficult because I had to do a lot of stuff that I didn't know how to do, like logistical stuff, pricing, like figuring out inventory, where to purchase. So in the beginning, it was very difficult, but I loved it because it was a learning process for me. And what made it even more lovely was that in school, I was learning how to create and promote products.
Nice.
So I think the students really didn't like me because I would just be taking the teacher's time and during class and be following up with questions like, hey, what about if I want to do this and that? Like I was making the class personal. So,
But that's good, though. I think that's good in a way because then what you were learning, you were able to apply it one
Yeah.
time to
Yeah.
real world. So then you were better able to apply it to yourself to keep it in mind. Because that's one thing when I went to school as well. I enjoyed for my other students is that a lot of them were in the hospitality industry already. So as the teacher was teaching something, they had real world experience. At that time, I did not. So I didn't catch a lot of the concepts. But I always thought it was interesting that you can apply, as you're learning, you can apply it because then it
Yeah,
helps
in
it to
real time.
stick. It helps it to stick better and you can know how to use the information that you're getting.
yes.
Awesome.
To follow up, the early reception from the general public was good.
Yeah.
And it started slow, of course, but I found it really escalated very quickly. So what in the beginning I didn't really think about the scope and how big it can grow. But I was fortunate that I got enough exposure through, different media channels like newspaper. I booked radio interviews and stuff like that. And then what really made me try to get everything official was when the tourist department bought a bulk load
Yeah.
of shirts. So then I had to get that money and then produce, and that's how it started. Then I got a large inventory, and then I had to figure out how to distribute, how to market and promote that.
Nice.
So it was really a beautiful learning process.
Well, it sounds cool. Sounds very
Challenging but
amazing.
beautiful. I have some
Most
horror
things.
stories.
We get to the horror stories in another interview when you come back.
Great.
Okay? And with that, we're gonna take another quick break and we'll be right back.
Yo! Be the first.
Okay, my people. So we get into the meat of the interview now. Framing cultures.
Woo.
Okay, we ready?
Yes.
Okay. Was framing cultures?
Framing culture, in short, simply put, is a simple concept. I took the words from the national anthem or unofficial anthems, and I made it into the shape or the silhouette of the island. And basically, I have St. Martin, Statia, basically the whole entire Dutch Caribbean.
Okay.
Those are available. And I also have more islands, so Santo Domingo, Suriname, and expanding. So, and also provide customization possibilities.
Okay. So we have all 5 islands of the Dutch Caribbean. 5, 6. There's 5 or 6 of us.
Depends who you ask.
5. 5.
Because, yeah, some people can Aruba, some don't.
Yeah. Let me say 5. So then all of this is just the wording from Statia's
National anthem.
and then this way over the world. Okay, so then do you fit the entire
Text? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Of course, the whole text doesn't fill the space. So
Yeah.
what I do, I just repeat the anthem again.
Okay.
Until it fills out. And I try to end on a sentence and not just have it, bleed.
Just
into-
random words,
Yeah.
just out of place. Oh, this is good. How long does it usually take you, or how long did it take you to, let's say, create this?
It doesn't take long to create, but the concept took long to create.
Okay, where did the concept come from, and then how did you go from thought to product?
Again, same as the t-shirts. I made it for myself. Some people saw it and they asked, "Hey, can you make one for me?" Because they knew I made it, so they were like, "Hey, can you make one for me?" And then I gave it to them, and then I'm like, "Oh, I've been here before. I've seen this story." So then I thought, okay, maybe I could scale this up and put it into production. How long it takes to make? How long the original concept took me to make? It was very long. I actually went through a lot of iterations, revisions. I didn't like any of them. I actually, in the beginning, didn't appreciate this as much. I say appreciate is because only after some time after I left it and came back to it, I was like, oh,
That happens.
this looks really nice.
Yeah.
Even though
Because you was in it. You was in it and creating it, so nothing was quite fitting you. So you have to leave it. The eyes be fresh again.
yeah, because sometimes when you create something, you want it to pop, you want it to be just eye-catching and stuff. But then I think what the selling point of this is that the subtlety of it. So you see it, you recognize the shape, you come closer, and then it's even more impactful because of the words.
Yeah.
And then when you take it as a whole product, you're like, oh, this is very expressive, very representative of where I am, where I'm from, who I am. And I thought it was a beautiful product.
So if you didn't like it in the beginning, what did it look like originally then?
Originally, I didn't go with the anthem.
Okay.
I don't remember exactly what the original concept was, but I went with big lettering,
Oh.
right? So I can get a little technical with
Go
the
ahead.
design talk. I just went with really big lettering and tried to try different things because my idea was how can my thing is whenever I'm designing stuff related to St. Martin is how can I say St. Martin without saying St. Martin, right?
You
So
just get it one time.
Yeah, that forces me to think outside the box or try to figure out symbolisms and sayings or silhouettes. And so that's basically how.
Okay. And then you said you have for the 5 Dutch Caribbean islands, and you're branching out into other places.
Yes.
So if someone wants, let's say for China, for example.
If they have a national anthem or if they want to use words from a poem, a song, or something that connects with them, I can make it into the shape of that country, place, island.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how has it been going so far with this new product?
Great. So I originally didn't know how it's gonna perform. So I signed up to an event in the Netherlands where entrepreneurs or people with creative ideas can sell their products. So I asked the event coordinator, hey, what type of demographics are gonna be selling at this event? Because then I know their audiences are gonna be there. So then I found out, okay, there's from Cape Verde, there's from the Caribbean islands, Bonaire, Curaçao, St. Martin, not so much, but when I found out the demographic, I made those islands,
Yeah.
set it up, and then saw the reaction and
Interaction, yeah.
beautiful reaction. Everyone was curious. I even had a lady she wasn't from Ghana. Her partner, or I don't know what the relationship was, but she wanted one for Ghana, but she wanted her partner's favorite poem,
Okay.
right? So I took the words, made it into the shape of Ghana, gave it to her. She gave it to her partner, and she texted me. He cried when he seen it. So to me, that's amazing that a product, something that I just thought of, can have that impact on someone. So it just encouraged me even more to go, full tilt on this project.
So if someone, like for instance, that person wanted something specific with different words to what you had, about how long does it take from putting it together, like their request, to when you have it out?
It depends. It really depends. But I would say the longest duration it could take is a week.
Okay.
A week. But that's based in the Netherlands.
Yeah, so that depends on where in the world you are and you would want it to be shipped. If
I'm still working on having the shipping worldwide. So when that is set up and established, I will definitely communicate that, and hopefully you could communicate that to your listeners as well.
Got you. Okay, so.
But right now, to wrap that up, it's available in the Netherlands, and I'm working on having it available in St. Martin, and people can follow the Instagram page, framing_culture.
I was just gonna ask.
And they could, find the latest updates, where they can get it, the pricing, and what other possibilities there are.
Oh, final last question. So then with this, are the different sizes that you can offer this in? Is it just this one?
So I always like to start off by saying it's customizable. So you can have any size you want, as long as you can personally find a frame that could fit that size.
Okay.
Because, I can't do everything. So, yeah. Basically, I sell 3 standard sizes, small, medium, large. And yeah, I'll leave it at that.
Okay. So guys, this is Shawn. Shawn has Framing Culture. Shawn has 37 square miles. Shawn is a very experienced, creative, digital designer.
Creative.
He's a creative all around. He has the things. If you have a concept you want to, reach out to Shawn. If you want to purchase any of his products, reach out to Shawn. We're going to put Shawn information down at the bottom so you know where you can find Shawn.
Down here.
Definitely reach out and hit him up and own a piece of who you are with you wherever you go.
I like to say, have a piece of home in your home, or in your new home if you're abroad.
Have a piece of home in your home. You can go with that one. Have a piece of home in your home. I mean, I don't need to say nothing else, right? You understand? Shawn, thank you for being here. Passing through.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, his family. Remember telling people his family. That's no problem. Salute.
Salute. Thank you.
Hey. Until the next one, my people, we gone.